Hi guys, my name is Dr. Hume Johnson. Thank you so much for joining me and for your attention on this series on leadership and for your wonderful comments. Today I want to talk about being a person of value, offering value. And the reason I digress from focusing on leaders today is because I joined a conversation on LinkedIn. I saw a post on LinkedIn and it says that if you're working with an organization and you're struggling and the employer doesn't see your value, then you should up and leave. And I responded, I said, this is the worst advice ever, because I am sympathetic, first of all, to those who feel very despondent and are really depressed about their situation and they don't feel valued at work. But I really do believe that it's the employer's responsibility to demonstrate their value. Because sometimes we're sitting by and we're waiting for the boss and the leader and the people upstairs to kind of see our value and know what we bring to the table and recognize our skills and our talents and the hard work that we're putting in. But sometimes we ignore the fact that they may not see it. They may not notice this because we are not communicating our value. And when I say communicate, I'm not necessarily meaning going into a meeting and sitting there and say, I am this and I'm good and I'm this and you're not recognizing me. It's the various ways in which you can establish your strengths and your expertise and your experience and communicate that both online and offline and within the organization, in meetings, on projects, in reports, to show the value that you bring to the organization. Obviously, there are some organizations where people really do struggle. People do contribute and they do bring a lot of value, but it's not a culture where the employee is often recognized. In those situations, I'm saying, I am not going to say stay and suffer to death. Nobody would want to do that. But what I was saying on LinkedIn and I'm saying here is that you can't sit by and wait for the boss or the employer to see your value. You have to take stock of your own value, your competencies, your skills, your talents, your gifts, your assets, what you have brought to the table, and try to communicate it in a way which is recognizable. Speak up in meetings, join projects that the company is working on. Take a leadership role in the next effort that you guys have. Communicate your brand in the community. Post what you're doing online, whatever you can post. I don't know what the confidential regulations are for your firm, but there are multiple and diverse ways in which we can communicate our value to an employer, to the organization. So before you jump ship, take stock and ensure that you are also communicating your value and not just waiting by for the employer to see that value. All right, until next time, brand you. Remember, it's never too late to reinvent yourself and unleash that personal power that all of us have inside of us. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.